to our next topic. As we mentioned, climbing for a cure now. Yeah, if you are a climbing enthusiast, probably this is something that you would like to take part in because it's for a good cause as well. So this morning, we'd like to welcome our guest to tell us more about this climb as well as Coalition Duchenne. Let's welcome our guest.
Good morning, Cath Jayasuriya.
Good morning.
48,000 visitors climb up Mount Kinabalu. It's going to be happening in August for a very, very good cause.
That's right.
Tell us what kind of, who are your climbers who will be joining this mission?
All right, so the climb is our second annual climb actually, and it's August the 25th, and we're hoping for 60 climbers, and we are climbing for global awareness for Duchenne muscular dystrophy. So Duchenne muscular dystrophy is a progressive muscle wasting disease that mainly affects boys, and it happens in 1 in 3,500 boys worldwide. So you actually have a lot of cases here in Malaysia, and so we are inviting climbers from all over the world to join us. And last year we had 35 climbers from 9 different countries coming together and, you know, raising awareness for this disease.
I see. Now, tell us more about Coalition Duchenne and the whole story behind this wonderful exhibition.
Well, Coalition Duchenne
Expedition, sorry.
Right, so I founded this organization a couple of years ago, and it was because, you know, my son having Duchenne, and we wanted to do something, and we felt that we need to raise the awareness of this disease, raise the profile, and we're really hoping that, you know, with more awareness and funding, we will, you know, it will lead to research and treatments to slow down the progression of this disease and even cure it. So it's on my website, you know, I've gathered maybe 40 or 50 worldwide organizations who are the same minded, where we want to raise awareness for this disease, and it's mainly parent funded organizations who have sons with this disease, and so that's our mission, is to not just include, you know, Duchenne organizations, but everybody. So our little slogan is, now is the time for humanity to come together.
I remember one of the articles saying that, you know, DMD takes away their movement, their ability to walk, laugh and things, but you do not lose hope.
That's
and
right,
how have things changed in terms of DMD treatment over the past few years?
You know, boys, you know, when my son was diagnosed 13 years ago, boys were, you know, passing away in their teens and early 20s, and now, you know, with better cardiac care and pulmonary care, like most of the boys are on ventilators as they get older, boys are living longer. You know, and so Coalition Duchenne, we're very focused on cardiac and pulmonary initiatives. So that's what we want to find.
Would you find it really costly to maintain the treatment and the medicine for DMD patients?
It's very expensive. It's crazy. The FDA approval process is really very, very strict, and it's very difficult. And, you know, we don't have much time with Duchenne. We don't have years to wait while they approve. And so what I'm hoping to look into is possibilities for research and trial centers here in Malaysia.
Unfortunately, there are some mindsets that say, you know, whenever people have DMD or muscular dystrophy, they will say it's, you know, people, it's been black magic, or, you know, you've been under some influence or something like that. But, you know, they actually totally forgot to look into the medicine, the medical aspect of it. Tell us, how did you come about and discover that your son has DMD?
Well, I mean, like most parents, we didn't really know anything was wrong until he was about 6 years old, and he was just weaker compared to his younger brother, who was 2 years younger. He couldn't run, he couldn't hop, things like that. And I just thought, oh well, and I took him to doctors, and they said, oh, he's just a late developer. And then one doctor, they have a characteristic way of getting up when they fall. It's called the Gowers maneuver, where they put their hands out and kind of get up in this particular way. And this one doctor recognized that. So we had him tested. It was just a blood test, and it figured that he had this disease. And it was a real huge shock, like it is for a lot of parents. And, you know, I know parents here in Malaysia as well. And but you're right, your earlier comment about you can't take away hope, because these boys have accomplished amazing things. Like there's a boy here in KL he's a lawyer.
Yeah.
There is a young boy in India who invented a chess set for 3 players. You know, there are authors, and you know, they're very accomplished young men. I mean, the only thing that's not working are their muscles, but they're often very bright.
Tell us what a typical day for Dusty is like.
So Dusty, he's 19, okay, he's quite weak, but he's very smart and he's very happy. And he is very good. I mean, he can hold the mouse with his computer, and he likes doing all those games.
Online.
And, you know, he goes online. But what was really cool last year is that we got the opportunity to meet the President of the United States, Barack Obama. So it was through a Make-A-Wish Foundation, and his wish was to meet him, and we waited about 2.5 years for that. And the whole family went, and we went not only to the White House to meet him, but into the Oval Office. And we spent about 20 minutes with him. So that was a real highlight, yeah.
Yeah, so going back to our mission, see, you have the picture right there.
Oh yeah,
happy faces.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet he talks about it every day now.
Yes.
Yeah, so for the mission, the expedition to Mount Kinabalu, what's the number of climbers that you're looking at here, and how can they actually sign up to be a part of this?
Okay, so they need to go on my website, which is www.coalitionduchenne.org. And all the information is there. Yeah, so we're looking for 60 from around the world. So if you're going to climb anyway, you may as well climb for a good cause.
Yeah,
and it's going to be fun. It's going to be really exciting. We're going to have a movie crew come along to create a little mini documentary, hopefully to submit in film festivals. So that will be about Duchenne, Sabah, and Mount Kinabalu. And you know, because Sabah is my heritage, you know, because my grandmother was Kadazan Dusun, and you know, so it just made sense to go home and use Sabah as a platform to raise awareness.
It's such a beautiful mission. You have to be a part of this. This was the picture taken last year.
Yeah, that's right. That was the summit, which was terrible weather. So don't let that put you off. I mean, I'm hoping to attract some of my old climbers to go back up and see better weather.
Tell us more about the climb last year. Tell us more about that.
It was just fantastic. Everyone coming together for, you know, it's such a terrible disease, but it's just wonderful when it's an exciting event, you know, and I like that. And yeah, we had so many different countries participate, and it was fabulous. It really was. We had bad weather, but the challenges of going through all of that are nowhere near the challenges that, you know, what boys with Duchenne have to go through. So that, you know, kept us going.
Yep, and for muscular dystrophy patients, the support system is really essential in helping them. How would you say families, what can they do if they don't know much about the situation? What kind of things that they can do to ensure it will make a lot of things easier for the patient?
I think the thing with the internet today, there's so much information for parents when you go online. And you know, when your young boy has just been diagnosed, you know, they recommend, there's a protocol of treatment. They use steroids, they treat the heart early. You know, so there's a few things that you can be quite proactive, and it can really delay progression, because that's what we're trying to do right now. We don't have a cure yet, but there are treatments that just delay it. So that's, you know, even compared to 10 years ago, my son stopped walking when he's about 8, and now some of the boys are stopping walking when they're about 12. You know, so it's really made a big difference, just that 10 years.
And what about for the patients? Do you talk to other parents from outside Malaysia as well, and to compare the medical advancement that we have between here in Malaysia and other countries?
Yes, well, it's, you know, most of the, well, of course, with Facebook and, you know, everything, the community became really small. Like, we're in touch with people in Hungary, in Australia, South Africa, I mean, worldwide, Iceland. It's incredible. Like, they're like my close friends. I mean, we're just, you know, we're very bound together, and we're also share the sorrows, because a lot of these boys, you know, when they pass away, you feel that that's a part of you, and it's very difficult. And sometimes I'm afraid to go on Facebook, because someone might have been lost today. So it's very hard. And so, you know, most of the research is going on in Europe and in the States. So, you know, and, you know, we're really focused in on cardiac care, like I said, and, you know, we're funding something in the States called Karma Seal, which is like a molecular band-aid for the heart that may mend the heart, because the heart becomes fibrotic, so it's like full of fat and it just stops working, and the same with the diaphragm. And also we're looking at cardiac stem cell treatments as well, and there's some stuff going on in cedar-cyanide in Los Angeles. Yeah.
You should have met Professor Muirat. Did you have a chance to meet Professor Muirat just now? You will have a lot of things to talk about. So for the Mount Kinabalu expedition, when is it going to be? When is the closing date for registration?
You know, the closing date, there isn't really, a lot of people say that, there isn't really a closing date. Because I'm going to try and just, if there's 60 people plus, I will try and get more spots. But
so no closing date?
Well, just as soon as possible, just in case, you know.
When is the climb date again?
It's actually August the 25th.
Okay.
August, well, it's going to be 2 nights, so it's actually August 24th to 26th, but we start climbing on the 25th.
So it's after Raya. You get to burn out all the food that you've eaten after Raya, so this is actually a good cause. Thank you so much for joining us. The website again for us to log on to and find more information.
It's www.coalitionduchenne.org.
So that's where you got to log on. If you're in front of your computer and your smartphones right now, log on to the website, and we will see you in August at the foot of Mount Kinabalu for this really noble cause.
Are you going?
Chances are, because we have this new extreme sports segment coming up, so that will be a really good choice to do. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.